Now, we've got the wonderful Andi Snelling on the line.
Yes, Andi Snelling.
Hello.
Hello, Andi Snelling. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you, Gordon Napier.
Yes.
We're on surname and first name basis.
That's how we roll here.
Formal, yeah.
Very formal.
Very
But
formal.
you're officially the first repeat offender that we've ever had on air. Somebody's been on twice.
Well, that's the best kind of offender to be, I think.
Yes.
So thank you for having me back.
And thanks for not being offended by him calling you a repeat offender. Yes, we'll give you a clap for being our first repeat guest. You're on one of our first ever shows, I think.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
How exciting.
And it just shows how good you are and talented you are that you are up with another show at this year's Fringe Festival. Tell us all about it.
Yes. Well, I also think there must be a bit of a dash of madness thrown into it because, of course, the last time I spoke to you, I was doing an encore season of my debut solo show, Dear Diary, which is actually a show that is still continuing.
Oh,
I actually performed it last week. It's on tour, which is something I never quite expected would happen with a show that I first did this time last year at Melbourne Fringe. So, yes, I'm very busy, but excited to be unleashing this brand spanking new show called Deja Vu and Other Forms of Knowing.
And that is a fantastic title. I love it. How did you come up with this concept?
Well, actually, it's based, it was sparked by a bike accident that I had last year. It's a bit of an unusual, I suppose, inspiration, if that's the right word, for a show. Yep. I had this really odd sense of intuition late last year. I was getting ready for work and I couldn't decide whether to put on pants or shorts on that particular day. And a strange thought came into my head, which was, if I wear shorts, that wouldn't be so good if I had a bike accident. I should wear pants today. But for whatever reason, I wore shorts anyway. And I cycled to work and lo and behold, I actually had a bike accident and was on crutches and took a few months of physio to recover from. And
should have worn those pants.
I should have worn pants. Look, to be honest, I still
all that could have been avoided.
Still would have been totally injured even if I'd worn pants. However, exactly, it made me think, first of all, wow, how did I somehow subliminally know that this was going to happen? And secondly, why did I ignore that feeling? And I suppose, it was just kind of sometime earlier this year when I was thinking, gee, it'd be fun to come back to Fringe again, but just do something completely different to my first show. And I just kept thinking more and more about this freaky bike accident, and it got me to thinking about all those things that we can't explain how we know, but we just know them. And even indeed, sometimes we don't recognise that we know them. Then I was thinking a lot about the sense of deja vu and how when we do experience deja vu, the moment we realise we're experiencing it, the moment is over and it's gone and we can't get it back. But we also can't explain it and science can't really pin it down. And I guess I love things that are quite intangible. I think they lend themselves well to art exploration, basically. And hence why I decided I would create a show that delved into all those mysterious things that we only know on a subliminal level.
Well, you are fluent in French, and deja vu is a French term.
This is true.
But in France, do they say deja vu or do they say something that's happened before in English?
Yeah, from memory, I believe they do use it in the same way that we do, but also they use it in its literal meaning, already seen, which is the direct translation in English. So they would use it in the way that we would say already seen if, we need to be like, oh, no, I've already seen that TV show. They would use it in that way. But I believe, yes, they also use it in the sort of conceptual way that we do to describe that feeling of familiarity, that feeling that we've experienced this before, but we actually maybe haven't. And certainly if we had, we wouldn't really know when.
Now, I noticed that you're working with quite a few people on this production. Is that the same as for Dear Diary? Did you have a big team as well?
Yeah, very similar team. Yep. So I've created the show and I'm performing it again solo, and I've got the same wonderful director again, Danielle Cresp, which is ideal really because, well, we've worked together before, so we now have this sort of shared language. We know how we work, which is awesome. And because this is a physical theatre show and Danny's expertise is physical theatre, it's sort of even better. So she's back on board as director. And my designer, Victoria Haslam, she also did the design and costume for Dear Diary, so that's the same as well. And then, but I've got 2 new people on board. I've expanded my empire. Just joking. I'm so not an empire. I've added on a wonderful Melbourne musician and musical director and composer. His name is Caleb Garfinkel. And he's done the sound design for the show. And then I've also have the wonderful Jessica Toe, who is co-producing with me. So it's nice to have a bit of extra help with the producing this time because I think as a fringe artist, it can be easy to underestimate how big a job producing is, and especially self-producing when you're also trying to put up creative content and rehearse it and refine it, when you're also dealing with admin and emails around that. It can be hard to actually be creative when you've got all those other to-dos on the list. So I feel very lucky that I've found someone who can share that load with me.
So is Jessica, she's your co-producer, is she an artist as well, or is her sort of role producing, is that what she does? She is a producer. However, she comes from an interesting background because she did train as an actor originally, and she does have acting experience. I met her through the Howard Fine Acting Studio in North Melbourne. She was worked admin there and was a manager as well there for a while, as well as doing their training, which is quite great because now that she is delving 100% into producing, the fact that she gets it, you know, what it's like to stand on stage as an actor really helps as well. Yes, yeah. And so this is your second Fringe Festival. It's sort of a festival you obviously enjoy. You did well in it last year?
Yeah, that's right. So it's my second Melbourne Fringe as a solo artist.
Right.
I've done Melbourne Fringe many times before that, either in plays or with my improv group, the Big Hoo Ha Melbourne. But yes, my second time as a solo artist.
Okay.
Which is the more full-on experience, I think, because it's just you and, you know, you've got to sell tickets and all of that. But I do really enjoy it. There is something that's exciting about being part of the Melbourne Fringe bubble. And being in the hub this year with my show is nice too because, I'll just be around that atmosphere of so many other shows going on at the same time as me, and it's just great to jump into the hub and pop from show to show, or as Danny, my director, says, one of her favourite things to do is to just rock up at 6:30, look at the board in the hub and just randomly decide what you're going to see that night. And I think it's exciting to be a part of that.
So you say the hub, where are you playing and what time are you on?
Yes, so the Fringe Hub is located inside the North Melbourne Town Hall. It does include a couple of other little venues very nearby in North Melbourne, but it's basically the North Melbourne Town Hall, which is 251 Queensbury Street, North Melbourne, and I am on in a cute little space called the Meeting Room. Which, you know, was presumably at some point a meeting room.
No. I think you're wrong there, Andy. I think you're miles off. Yeah.
But now it's full of artistic meetings in a way, I suppose. So, so that's set up as a performance space for the festival. So I'm on at that location, opening this Friday night. So running Friday the 16th. Through till the following Friday the 23rd. Doing every night except Monday night, get one night off. And I'm at 6:45 p.m. each night, except for Sunday, which is 5:45 p.m, so everyone can go to bed a bit earlier.
Appreciate that. And that's a great thing that you can just catch the tram down there and catch your show just after work.
That's right.
Then the
the Fringe Hub is sort of similar, I guess, if people haven't been there, similar to what the Town Hall is to the Comedy Festival. You know,
That's
you go
exactly
there
right.
and you can see all the shows are listed and choose your show. Of course, you'll be going to Andy's first, but then after that, there are other shows that you can go and see as well.
You're going to Andy's, and then if you want Deja Vu, you go again.
Yeah. Just be there every night like, well, a stalker, really.
So it is,
Yeah.
but it is definitely a different show. It's not Dear Diary that you've rebranded as Deja Vu. So when people come in, they go, hang on, I've seen this before. And you go,
Ripped
yes,
off.
exactly.
Deja Vu.
Definitely not Gordon. I'm actually not that sneaky or clever to come up with that idea, but great idea. Same show but different title? No, not at all. It is, as you say, it is very different. First of all, I do not speak the entire show.
Ooh.
Oh.
So that's one huge difference, because obviously Dear Diary was full of a lot of words, given that it was pulled verbatim from my diaries.
Yeah, there were words, I can confirm.
Yes, you saw it, there were words. This time, there are no words in the way that we know them, i.e. they're not spoken.
Okay.
They are communicated through other ways. It's just the mystery that I'm leaving out there.
Well, I can tell people, though, from seeing your last show, that you're a very good physical comedian. You're very good with doing is it gymnastic contortionist type things, clown-like movements? How would you describe your little repertoire of what you can do?
Well, those are actually all really apt words, I think, for my particular style of physical theatre. And those are definitely all flavours that are in Deja Vu. I would actually describe the piece as gothic physical theatre. It's very dark and has a bit of a gothic feel to it. And a lot of the movement is quite warped and grotesque and a bit distorted, which I guess reflects the intangible nature of the subconscious mind and all these subliminal things that we know. So I've really I'm basically giving my audience the experience of deja vu, of delving into sleepwalking and dreams and intuition and all those subliminal things. I am giving them that sensory experience, but without words.
It sounds great and it sounds really intriguing. So we can catch you from tomorrow night until the next 23rd, and except for Monday, because you get Monday off. But head down after work or down at the weekend at 6:45 is Andy's show. And where do you hope to take it? What festivals or where would you play it after this? Have you even thought of that?
Yes, I'm already locked into Adelaide Fringe, which I went to this year, so I'll be going there again at the start of next year, which I'm really excited about.
Yep.
And other than that, we will see.
Beautiful. Well, no doubt we'll have you back next year with our with your next one, which Deja Vu we don't know yet.
Let's keep it all coming.
Yes.
Well, seeing all your shows are based on your own life, it could be appearing on book stage and screen. It could. There's something, throw in the mill.
Indeed.
You've really whipped her into a frenzy with that
Indeed. That's Andy's code for...
Negative.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Negative Ghost Rider.
It's like a parent talking to a child. Yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah. Can we get an Xbox? Yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah. Well, good luck with the show. It'll be fantastic. We look forward to hearing all about it. The reviews are... I think I saw a review already, didn't I? Or is that tomorrow's the preview?
No, tomorrow night is a preview, and then Saturday night is the official opening night when the media descends upon the seating bank.
No doubt they'll be hustling each other out of the way to get there.
Yeah, so you'll be putting an extra good performance on tomorrow night, so yes,
as
hop along.
Is every night, Gordon. Wonderful.
That's right. Every night is special, Gordon.
Yes. Lovely. Thanks so much, Andy, for talking to us.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.